Sketches of Life. Reluctantly Virtuous CEO, Sketch 1. In a large, plush executive office, the company's CEO, Mr. Daniels, is reading a report when another executive, John Kendall, comes in. Kendall is a high-ranking company official, but is clearly intimidated by Mr. Daniels, who is in his late 40s, early 50s, tall and imposing. "John, thanks for coming in," Daniels says. "Have a seat." "No problem, Mr. Daniels. I apologize for being late with our report. We still have numbers coming in from Japan and other parts of the Pacific Rim. We need those numbers to sell the board on the new venture." "I'm sure it's all legit and we'll get that venture pushed through. That's not why I called you in." "Did I do something wrong?" John asks. "That depends. You've clearly made a few enemies. One of your underlings in marketing apparently caught you having sex with one of your associates and is trying to get you fired." John's demeanor goes into instant shock. He can't even get words out. I didn't do anything." "No point denying it. She's got proof. I've seen it or heard it, actually." "I can't believe she would turn around and do that." "It's not Kim. She seems perfectly happy with the arrangement you two have. It's working just fine for her." "So somebody else has proof?" "I'm not going to get into the details because they aren't important. HR is investigating it." Mr. Daniels gets up from behind his desk, walks around, and stands over John. "Will HR find anything more serious?" "No, of course not," John says. "You're lying." Daniels says, "I don't know what they're looking for. Okay, Kim isn't the only girl here that I've been with. But they've all just been young girls. None of them were married that I know of. Look, I'm not a homewrecker." "Are any of these girls current employees?" Daniels asks. "No, none of the other ones currently work here." "You will be gone if anything else surfaces," Daniels says. "Until then, consider this your verbal warning, with instructions. Nothing else happens on company property." "Done and done," John says. "Do you want me to apologize to the board? I'll do it. I'll stop immediately, or I'll force Kim to resign and find her a job somewhere else." "You can do that if you want," Daniel says, "but you won't be apologizing to the board. You're not that important, and you're overestimating how much the rest of the company cares about your personal life." "Then do you want an apology?" Daniels now sits down in the empty chair next to John. "No. I want to know what it's like." "Well, what's like?" John asks. "To nail one of your subordinates. I've been wanting to do that for 25 years. 25 years? "Yeah, I'm so jealous of you guys," Daniel says. "But you're CEO and board chairman. You can force any woman here to get on her knees. Even if they complained, you're bulletproof. Me and the other guys, we dream of the kind of tail we can get if we were king shit like you." "Yeah, you'd think, but I can't do it. One time when I was in my early 30s, I worked for Andromeda Telesystems. I kissed a woman in finance. My wife knew immediately and made me go straight to HR and confess for self-imposed written warning." "That's horrible," John says. "Just for kissing a woman? Well, I guess you're still married, though." "Very happily. I wouldn't have gotten half as far in life without Emily. That's for damn sure." "Then why do you want to sacrifice that for a fling with a girl at the office?" "Damn it. It looks like the only way to live. I've been marching up this ladder my whole life by always thinking what's best for the company. Never once have I done anything in the interest of what's best for my..." Daniels then points to his private parts. "It's like a Venn diagram, and these circles never overlap." "But isn't that what you want from everybody?" John asks. I want what's best for the company. Some guys were built to succeed in business by being faithful to their wives and being supported by their wives. Some guys were built to succeed while chasing skirt to the ends of the earth. I know which one I am, and I've been jealous my whole life. For you, you'd probably be a worse marketing director if you were loyal to your wife. Look, I'm getting off topic. Just tell me how it happens. How do they gravitate to you? I don't know, John says. She stays a few minutes after when the meeting's over, stares a little too long, maybe gives a little lingering touch, and then her body language just telling me that she's open for business. I'm sure you get the same kind of glances from the women around here, probably more. Yeah, right. They'll think I'm their champion. They believe in me. When I look them in the eye, they turn away from fear and reverence. If I even patted a woman on the ass, every long-tenured employee here would start crying. And my wife's practically psychic about this stuff. She's got some sort of dick intuition. She knows when I'm even looking at other women when she's around. The shareholders, they'd burn me at the stake. Never be virtuous, John. Once you're virtuous, you're always virtuous, and you can never just be a regular guy. Can't stare at a woman's ass, can't tell a dirty joke, you can't even laugh at one. Do you want me to tell Kim to throw herself at you? John asks. She probably would. She's a real go-getter. Might work out for both of us. Yeah, thanks for the offer. But if I got caught taking a VP's sloppy seconds, who knows what would happen? You want a different girl? John asks. I can do some scouting for you. She doesn't have to be an employee. I know plenty of places to find women outside of work. Do you have one of those little black books? Not an actual book, John says. But I have a lot of names. Lucky bastard. At this point, I'd settle for the girl who serves me coffee in the morning. Maybe some other time. Alright, get back to work. This conversation doesn't leave this room. Yes, sir, John says very obediently. Now, take care of the Kim business and get me that Pacific Rim data. John acknowledges the order and exits. Rim, Daniel says to himself. Lucky Duck gets all the rim jobs. Scene. Recorded May 22nd, 2013.